Hello everyone and welcome back. Today I have my dog in my hands. Say hi to the camera, Sadie. I have my dog, and there's a reason for that. I might not have played my best Magic the Gathering today, and this is your reward for clicking onto the video, because I promise it's not going to be my gameplay. Why is that? Alright, Sadie, I gotta set you down. You're a little heavy dog. Oh! Why is that, you may ask? Well, I work full-time. I'm a full-time employee, and I record these after. So sometimes I record a little too late, and that means it's currently 1:13 in the morning. I just looked at the time, and I've been playing Control for 13 hours, or 3 hours, not 13 hours. That would be insane. That's what time it was. I've been playing Control into Control mirrors for 3 hours straight. 2 of them I did not record because I was trying to get a feel for the deck, and it was awful. So you get one of the games where I play, I think, pretty decently, and then until kind of the end, and then another one where I was just done and I wanted to get off the game. So I don't even know if I'm clicked in, but I had my dog in my hands. But this is the challenge, not winning Decklist, but it was played in a challenge, and we're just kind of running it straight up into best of one. We have a lot of options in the side. For example, I think putting Rest in Peace over the Soul Guide Lantern is a bit better. I think the Essence Scatter, based on my matches today, is a little too narrow and a bit weird. I feel like just maybe having the other 3 steps ahead or playing another board wipe. Best of one makes more sense. But we get to play some cool cards like Elspeth, Storms, Slayer, and Ugin, Eye of the Storms, along with Ultima to win some matchups where it's pretty good. For one, I thought casting this once against an artifact player would make them concede like it normally does, and they didn't, and then I kind of just played bad from there because I wanted to go home. So, with that said, you can make fun of me all you want. I just want you to know that I showed you my dog, and you shouldn't be mad at me. So, I will let you decide how well I played the end. So with that, I'll catch you in the outro. Yeah, sure, right? So everything works, I guess. Play that. I just don't really need it untapped. Ultima going to be a fine card here. Let's just Steam Rip the thing that gives indestructible and puts pressure on early. We should have time. We have plenty of board wipes, so we should be okay. It's really just a flash creature. It's obviously going to be a bit whack / annoying. We have plenty of lands. We have plenty of plays. We do need a plains though. So it's either Iceberg, but I don't really want to keep locking everything up. I want to exile everything, really. Sure. Huh? Exile that up as well. Now the creatures have triple indestructible, I guess. I really just wanted to tap my white. Okay, very cool. We win that game pretty easily. I suppose so. It's a little slow, so hopefully they're not just a super aggro deck, or it's the mirror, and we're going to have a really awful time. We kind of hope it's artifacts. Obviously, artifacts with an Ultima in our hand is kind of a free roll. They'll commit quite a bit to us, but we'll see. We will see. Play the island, so at least this becomes untapped and we'll be fine. Again, if my opponent just plays land, jams like a synthesizer, we couldn't be happier, to be honest, but Esper Mill update. I could be happier, that's for sure. I'm just going to hold up 3 steps ahead. Pass. There was no pause there. It was not like a consult a star charts or anything. They probably just had no more lies. Pause? Pause? I don't know what's going on.
This is child's play.
Whenever
Stay focused.
here. Here. Didn't know what their decision was going to be with that, so we just kind of waited it out. Now I'm a little more confused on what I would be up against, but who knows, I suppose. We need to find kind of an instant speed removal for that land of theirs. Or it's just grab 2 lands myself. I have Fountain Port, so if I have time, I can do some stuff. Salt the Star Charts? Sure. It's like a weird card, because you kind of want to counter it, because it could, like, stick them with bad cards in their hand, but if it's not what's going on, then you're going to get stuck with bad cards. Alright. Make a fish. We're gonna start doing this the hard way, I guess. I'd like to move to combat. I would like to swing 1 individual 1/1, please. It's gonna be the longest grueling game you've ever seen in your entire career. Huh. Weird that I feel like I have to counter that. I don't know how I answer Kaya. How do I answer Kaya? I don't know. I really don't know. Maybe just consult and find a get lost myself. I just gotta let it go. Can't really fight that. Feels like such a weird card to fight for. Because again, if they have another get lost, we just get blown out and we use our only kind of available counterspell. We're not really still sure what we're even against.
I've got questions. You've got answers.
Okay. Uh-huh. Make a fish. I'm weirdly going to seam rip a 1/1 token. Not really where I thought I was going to be, but where I think I must be. Seam rip. Rip. But 2 little fishies that direction. Doesn't answer it, so it's not like it matters all too much to them.
You like that, huh?
I give them a reason to respond here. Oh, sweet. That's a good answer. Can't wait for them to demo field me. Or attempt to, and then we just consult and put it in our hand. Or they like bring up this land, they attack, they target, we then cast this. Kai is honestly probably in here more than anything to answer graveyard decks a little bit easier. What I'd be playing it for. But it also, whenever one or more creatures you control enter creature cards in your graveyard to put in exile, you may choose. I mean, that's pretty good. That. And now we no more lies here. Honestly, probably should have no more lies Elspeth because that exiles it. But, like, whatever. At the same time. What do you do with Elspeth now? We're winning kind of the card advantage machine here. And I can hold my get lost because the thing I get to do now is just bring up this. And they can only block 1, 2, 2. here. Weird. Sure.
I'm sorry. I couldn't.
We did miss a land drop here. It's a bit tough. We're at 7. They're at 4, 8, 9. We're 2 lands behind. That's never great. We're going to attempt this now before they get an additional card. This does scry 2 and then draw a card. We definitely don't want that to happen. The only real downside is that our get lost is gone and they still have the land to win. I still can't figure out if it's mill or not. Alright, so they're going that route. Sure, fair enough. But assume it's mill. Thankfully, none of those cards other than 3 steps ahead really mattered, I guess. Counter a creature. You want to talk about a card that doesn't matter. Stock up. Demo field can now answer that. I guess it's just probably doubled. Is it? No, because we want this to start activating Fountain Port cheaper. What we get here? Oh, she's pretty good. Although my demo field's probably going to get used here. Kind of sucks because obviously I think they're going to bring this up. Just the threat of having this here might force them to bring it up, which then takes 4 mana away from them. Obviously, we also do it before it attacks. That would allow them to float a mana, but I think not letting them shuffle more cards into my graveyard, or put more cards in my graveyard, would be best. Sure. You go to combat, or are they activating maps? Go to combat. I mean, Washi Tong gets shuffled away anyway, so they're probably not that bummed about it. I have a lot of blue. Probably need to grab like a white source here. Yeah. Go ahead. Pause? I'd be making a zombie. Honestly, my opponent's way cooler than me. I'm learning.
No way but my way.
I want to do... My opponent's so much cooler. I guess I don't have a reason to do much else. Rip another demo field. Yeah. Okay. Well, that can do that can do some stuff. All right. So we have 2 lands. We don't really need to grab a land. Ultima seems whack. Seam Rip would exile. I would go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. So we're definitely grabbing Ugin, and it's not a close decision at all. And I have 2 lands for the next couple of turns here. Liliana's just going to have to happen, I think. I could... Team Rep feels like such a bad one, but I do have another Consult, so I guess it's that. Which kind of sucks, but it is what it is. Go Seam Rep here. Answer that. Let's tap this. Activate on here. Deal. Let's put this on blue. Let's attack Lily for 4. I think that means its minus is not available. Yeah, so they can only plus with Lily. They're so much cooler than me. I thought they were mill. I really hope they're not mill, because that would kind of suck. I hope they're just all in on the Planeswalker plan. I mean, even though mill's like a good backup plan regardless. They've hit a land drop every turn. We missed it, I think, for 2, right? Sure. Does this matter?
More enjoyable than slaying
Opponent,
demons.
please. Opponent, please. Uh-huh. I mean, that's a pretty good card. Or... Interesting. We think they have 3 steps ahead, or do I dig for a counter spell here? How much mana do they have? Too much. Because there's no more lies, I can just pay for it, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Barely. I mean, I think I just ripped a Get Lost, and I just demo here. I could shuffle away their thing, jam an Ugin. Let's do this. Oh, well, that just stuck, so that's an interesting situation. I think I'm at consult the star charts and then try to Ugin like next turn. The problem is with this, I would rather them dig for not removal, if that makes sense. Although we might even just be making like a creature here. Well, there's their counter spell. Here. Make a fish. Here. I'll try to convince him to counter this. You just do this, shuffle that away. It's not guaranteed at that point. Although it's like really likely that they have one. Don't float a mana there, so something like an Elspeth was to be ripped, they wouldn't find it. Who knows? What a weird game. I could have tried to resolve Ugin, but I felt with the console, it's just so easy for them to find like the Get Lost and stuff, but maybe that's just where we're at. There's 2 in there. None in there. Nowhere to run obviously doesn't do anything. Have 5 mana open. I mean, I guess that does it. So now punished for sure. Super punished on that. Maybe if they have a Get Lost and they're willing to just let Ugin happen, but I don't know about that. Okay. Sure. I mean, this has to be hard counterspell then, right? Just no way it's not. Okay.
Flows as easily as water.
Or maybe even just a Get Lost. The pause could also be this land, by the way. You're curious. We can sacrifice a token and draw a card, so we can sacrifice a map. But until we can answer their land, we're in pretty big trouble. Or we just try to get aggressive with our anchorages. We can activate both. But 28 cards, 32 cards, going to 24 cards. Draw going to 23. Activate Ugin if he's still around. Go more. If they attack Ugin, that means Ugin's going to live. There's no reason to attack Ugin if they obviously have the answer. To be fair, kind of good cards to get rid of. If there were dead cards to be had. Those could be it. Oz? Maybe not. Aang's Iceberg was a good card.
There is clarity.
I mean,
The center of every storm.
did it make a fish here? It goes to 9. I can do 1, 4, 5, 6, 7, maybe. I think it's draw a card here. I think we're gonna mill out unless we find an Elspeth.
Insight
Did we already use it?
To success.
No. Okay. Fountain port number 2. Activate. Okay. Kind of like dead card.
Focus. Breathe.
Here. Here. I should use my fountain ports. Okay. I do have a way to draw that. But we want to protect it from a duress. So we're in a bit of a weird spot when it comes to that.
Restrain your emotion.
And we don't want to use this map. It's the way to draw that card. Again, so we don't want to lose it to duress or the fact that they're going to do this, right? 21 cards.
Open your mind to possibility.
Yeah. Here. Here. 16 cards left. Gotta just let Ugin get hit. Can't really afford to crack our tokens here.
Cease this tantrum.
How do I beat more planeswalkers than I could ever play? Ish. Like a fish. Fish army will continue. The morale improves. Okay. Weird. You just counter this?
Ready arms!
Can I even... I mean, I guess. Do I even have any left? Great question. It's the question of questions, if you would.
Insight is vital to success.
Let's go asking, I guess. Okay. Do have a get lost. We have Washi Tong, but that's kind of scary. But it can also one-shot them, right? That's kind of the part that card generates its value from.
Do not bring chaos.
I could have brought up a land, but obviously we're going to try to get lost one of these. But they have 2 now. Makes it, like, impossible to beat.
The wise heed.
I mean, I think we just get milled out to this land. Which is kind of absurd, but it just is what it is. I mean, I guess Elspeth could technically get us there by zeroing and growing everything. So Washi Tong's probably just going to get played for 2. And then we're just going to use Elspeth's ability to start pumping everything. Maybe. They have so much mana. They have so much mana. Here. Not a thing I can stop. Could have one more. Here. So you don't have the mana for it, so you can't really do that. They stock up again. This might be the one and only time we can use our No More Lies left. So, we're going to do that. Well, that's a card. That's at 9. Can I answer that or no? I feel like the answer is no. Here. I feel like we now have to take a weird route to win this game. Here. I'm just drawing at this point. I just don't know. Thankfully, we're not against one of those matchups, so that would be brutal. And we have to go face. We just literally don't have a choice. Make like 4 of these maps. Here. Sweet. Basically, we have to go for lethal. Like, that's where we're at. But we get there. I don't know. We can try our best. I'm at 10 cards. You take a draw. I'm at, like, weird 10 cards. We could have flashed this in, but obviously I think that's a bad play. The only card I think in my entire deck that can interact with that. Right now. Not in my entire deck, but like the only card in their entire deck that I think that card interacts with. Sure. Oh, my stock up, bro, please. No, my last get lost. We're so cooked, bro. You're so cooked. I could have made mana off this last turn. I should have made mana. I don't even think I did. They exile everything, which is fair enough. It'll obviously be like a sorcery speed activation. The size of this doesn't matter to us. Honestly, the more they just tap out, the happier I'll be. Go here. Have 5 cards left to their 21 because they keep milling me with this. I don't think I have another answer to this. So if I draw a card, I lose. All right. Here.
Spend this mana wisely.
This. This. 6. It's a lot, but I think I'm going for tokens this time. I should have... No, it wouldn't have mattered. Make a lot of tokens. Them down to 10. We plus here. We make 2. We do not activate these, because if we take 1 card, we lose the game. To this alone. 1 incept. How much mana is it to make a thing? 3. 1, 2, 3. 1. We're a little short on it. So they take a draw. They go to 13. I did mess up with this last turn because I probably could have made a token last turn. Yeah, I say definitely, but maybe not. Maybe like letting Biza resolves, like kind of whatever. Liliana the Dreadhorde General. Sure. There's 2 copies of this in their deck, by the way. Sure. Again, they're probably going to try to answer Elspeth here. They're going to hope it's enough, but obviously I can make tokens. My No More Lies will be gone. And I will be drawing a temple, which will be a funny play, to be honest, but... What will happen? Alright, Creature Explorers activate only a sword. Put that card in your hand if it's a land, otherwise put a 1/1 count. Otherwise put a 1/1 counter on this creature, then put How does that work? Does it work? Is it? Oh, Ultimo, is it? With the 3 mana, it is probably better to technically let Elspeth go and play the other Elspeth off the 3 mana of the Ugin, right? I think so. Because this Elspeth, the new one, will put more counters on these, right? So Elspeth's gone. Now that I think about that, but I guess I should have activated this and made another token. For some reason, I thought I didn't have enough mana. Why did I feel like I didn't have enough mana? Here. There's no reason to play that. Make another fish. I should have made another fish while I was in there. I don't know why I didn't. I think this is really funny. Let's make 3 here. Let's cast. We have to use the 2 white, so let's cast Elspeth. That auto resolved, so that's good. Tap and tap. Come up. Come up. I'm curious how this works because I don't know. Oh, it puts counters on if there's no card there. Here. Apps. 0 cards in our deck. A couple of mistakes by me late in the game, but we still somehow find a way to grind out that game and win. That is 1 point. that is 1 point. Sure, I guess. We'll just see. I suppose like blue and then play this and hold up this and hope it's enough. Then maybe play demo field, go grab that extra planes for this, but it's kind of weird because we want this. I don't know. Maybe I guess we just draw 2, discard 2 with this on turn 3. If we don't have another land. It also requires my opponent to be here. Never mind. As soon as I say it, they're here. Every time. Blue. Although it seems... Artifacts. Okay, so we weirdly just need time to find that Ultima and win that way. Ultima is typically just a game ender on its own. I'm gonna play this out as obviously we don't need the island right now. Yeah, no way. But thankfully it's a matchup we have time. Stock up would be good, but we can hold up 3 steps ahead anyway. So we just play our island, play fire bricks. We let that stuff resolve all day. We have 2 Ultimas in our deck, so we're pretty happy with that. Sure. Another seam rip. We go demo field and we pass it up. Looking to not stock up, but consult the star charts more than anything. Feels like a pretty good match here. I don't even really want to use this demo field now. Result. Well, I need lands, so I take lands. Again, don't think this is necessary, so we're just gonna pass on it for now. And we find more lands, which is okay. I'm pretty happy with that. And until they start putting stuff on the battlefield, it's actually kind of troublesome. We're just going to kind of stick with our same game plan here. That's a land I probably could just go ahead and blow up and get it over with. And I do kind of want to deck then. At this point, with how many lands we have, even though it's a narrow kind of thing, when we're looking for Ultimas and stuff, we want the highest odds possible. It doesn't really matter. We have a split, so we're just going to do it because of that. Sure. Kind of just put ourselves in the same boat here. I'm sorry, bro. I get it. I do. I get it. Bro, I'm sorry. Dude, I'm just playing the challenge list. It just happens to do stuff. Also, they haven't found anything to play, it seems, which is quite funny. They might be trying to double spell me is why. Where they could play like a synthesizer and a thing that cracks those and grabs the synthesizer. Which then makes, obviously, my Ultima so much cleaner. Or they can do something like that. That's fine. Sure. Pass it all up. We're blowing that up, by the way, so they don't have red mana. Or the one card. I can't think of what it's called. The fire crystal. There we go. I'm learning. I'm learning. You're learning. We're all learning. Is this good enough? I think so. The turn. In the turn. Braided net is pretty good. Sure. Uh-huh. We're going to answer the braided net because it can draw them a lot of cards later. We'll take care of it now. Also being efficient with our mana a bit. Go ahead. At one point, we'll find like an Ugin or something, and then that will also take over the game. But until then, we will do whatever. That might have been a card we want to answer, but I just don't know if it matters, really. The one that copies artifacts matters to me more than the one that just makes extra mana. That's fine. That's okay. That's not worth fighting for. It's not like really worth fighting for, I guess. If we find an Ugin off this, bet your sweet bippy it is. Anybody ever watch, like, the audience that I have based on YouTube's analytics is a bit widespread. Anybody ever watch, like, Ed and Eddie and those back in the day? Always pretty fun. Pretty exciting stuff. I don't know why I was saying it was exciting, but it was just the dumbest show. Let's temple here. Could have played this, maybe attacks with the next turn. But we're just kind of chilling, to be honest. Playing this about as slow as we want. That's pretty nice. Now we can Elspeth and start putting a lot of pressure on. They're obviously looking to do braided net nonsense where they can crack it, do it, draw 3 cards, call it a day. Synthesizer most likely will be dissolving because we want to use this as a protection spell for our Ultima. We have plenty of mana. We have enough to pay for a No More Lies. Fair enough. They're doing that so when they don't have any artifact in the graveyard, so they want to do this here or here so they can draw as many cards as possible. That's why they're doing that, if you're curious. But how much do we have going on? They just do it immediately. Fair enough. So we go to 5, and I have 3, so I need 2 more lands, I guess. Sure. Fable Passage is interesting. If I have enough to do this, oh yeah, if I had enough to do Ultima plus 3 steps ahead, I'd definitely have enough to do this. Here, tokens. And go. Sure. Shuffled away. Fair enough. Now they're at 6 cards. We're at 5. Everything's just going to be that type of game at this point. We're slowly going to develop more and more artifacts. And at one point, we're going to jam this. It's going to work. And then Most of the time, that's enough for your opponent to concede the video game, but we'll see. 35 all here, though, which is kind of interesting. Sure. Both of their things, so their artifact count's even lower now, which is okay. You can obviously pop this to make some 2/2s, but... Sure. Okay. Obviously, if I had no more lives, I probably would have jammed it there, but no more lives. I'm just going to keep a hold of my 3 steps ahead. Tokens! I guess I can just attack with this. Because of that, makes it so cheap. Makes 2 maps here. Then we just... 1. Okay. And 2. Washi's really good. That's a really good card to just jam on an instep. Obviously, we don't want to use this now. Synthesizer. I suppose so. I suppose I'll allow it. I don't have enough for Fire Crystal, right? No. United Battlefront's a card. Pinnacle. That's fine. Here. It's really weird to do that because of the relics, the way they're going to work. Maybe I'm playing this a bit too loose. I could counter that, but I think I'm still in the same boat. Just Ultima my opponent. Hello? You don't have to ask me every time. Really close to dying here. Maybe I did just die. Because I'm dumb and let that resolve. They draw it? You drew it, didn't you? You drew it on these relics, didn't you? Yeah, I just forgot that they were just going to be able to do that, to be honest. That's crazy. I'm an idiot. It's okay. Please discard it. It'd be so funny. Alright, fair enough. I had it covered from the start. I didn't have it covered at all. I just punted really hard. I was honestly just so focused on being like, yeah, resolves, that I just forgot, like, hey, dog. It'd be really bad to let that happen. They play another one. Washi's pretty good. They've already grabbed 2 synthesizers, so obviously another one would be bad, but sure. Draft draw 3. Yes. Sure. I don't know. I really did punt that away. That's crazy. I'm a mad lad for that. Sure. Yeah. Yeah. Sure. I go my turn since I punted really bad. I'm gonna be honest. I like don't even want to be here. I'm just this game is going forever. And my turns are literally 2 seconds long, and then I just go, okay, your turn. Go ahead. You can have a turn, I guess. We have to keep up a get lost. unfortunately. So 1, 2, I don't know how many lanes I have. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So I can do it for like 11, or I can do it for like 8, and then I'll keep, so that'll be 10 mana, and I'll keep up 3 for like a get lost. I don't know. Ooh, that's pretty good. 31, they have 21. I have one more Ultima, I believe. My opponent didn't concede after I ultimated them, so I feel a little brokenhearted about it. Sure. They have this, but I'm not doing anything. Rated net number 2. Sure. Five blue. Sure. Not my Elspeth, dude.
I must retreat.
Not her. 2 mana, 4 mana. They can do it technically if they want. Yeah. We do have a block with our land, by the way, so it's not like we're down and out too bad. We just want to wait till their second main when they only have a plains left that we can washi for a ton. I'm just going to draw a million cards and then call it a day. Spring loaded trap. Okay. Sure. All 10s. Out of 10 would highly recommend. What you got for me, bro? I like how it's their turn, like their moment, and it's like the game's like, hey man, would you like to do something before the animation's done? Uh-huh. Sure. Let's make a copy of artifacts. It's actually better than this one. Sure. Okay, I would like to start my turn off by doing what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I do that for 8. All right. Well, that's an attempt and a half. Yes. Sure. This one. By the way, if they search, we draw another card. Yeah. Sure. Can we find our piece, bro? No. Try one more time. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, it sure is. 10? 10 of them upstairs. 20 to 21 at this point, and go ahead. Now I discard 2 cards because it's my end step. Those 2. All right, go. this land is actually kind of troublesome, right? Because I don't even have enough. Activate this. I don't have a fountain port in play. I was trying to close my graveyard. Look at me go. Big smart fella guy here. I'll make some dudes. We're gonna go to some combats. Move to combat. This one. They're gonna spring load to trap it. Dude, how smart. Sure. Yep. They'll make 2 tokens. Go here. I don't. This one, I guess. And I kind of want to pump these because I know it's there. I get rid of it on the second go around. Never mind. I'm not going to get rid of it on my second go around. Man, I just like want to be out of this game so bad, but I just don't know how I don't win. I mean, I guess they can make like 1 million copies of this, but I don't know. The sorcery speed activation. Sure. I guess I can't stop that. Could have exiled their graveyard, but I don't know. Here. That one. Exile their graveyard. This time, I guess. Resolve. Step, go. Do this. Find, like, a card is good. Oh, I don't play any of them. Eugene? This one. Good for me. Plus.
Join the fight.
Again. 0 on that. I'm at 16. Do I know my whole deck? Not quite.
My timeless wisdom
Draw.
is your
The land. Play it.
is vital
Keep.
to success.
Combat. 4. Go. What? It's. Sure. They don't have. I mean, they can make a copy, I guess. I just don't know what that really does. That only grabs a 4 drop that they missed earlier. Uh-huh. One. I said I literally I just wanted to go home so bad. I just didn't want to play anymore. It's crazy that I'm submitting the deck and I just don't want to be here. Is that because it's 1 in the morning? Maybe. But it is what it is. I honestly cannot believe I'm actually going to upload this. That is crazy. I'm so out of it that I'm like, I got so uninterested in the games, and I'm going to be honest, it's kind of because of the games you didn't see. And hopefully, honestly, I can't imagine anybody still here after that last one. And just because I was just playing, it just didn't matter. I was just waiting to win, and it was just like, please, opponent, you don't have to stay here. And they're like, no, I got it. I'm like, all right, man. Like, we'll play. I feel like this game's over. It doesn't really matter how I do anything in my entire deck. But yeah, that was brutal. That was a brutal time. That was, everything about that was whack. And the reason I say, because of the matches you didn't see, because you didn't see me play against blue-black mill for 20 minutes before that. You didn't see me play against Jeskai control before I started recording. So okay. I played against Jeskai for maybe 15 to 25 minutes. I then played the one game that nothing happened. I then proceeded to play against Esper for 30 minutes. And then I queued up into blue-black, which I cut because it really was just 0 things happening. until they milled me out of the game because I couldn't stop it. Like there was like blow up your board, make you mill half your deck. I tried to counter, they countered it. I tried to counter again, they countered that, and then they just won, which is crazy. However, that also took 25 minutes. And then I immediately queued up again instead of taking a break at all because I was like, we'll most likely get some kind of aggro matchup. It'll only take 10 to 15 at most. Instead, I then played, how long was that? Another 21 minutes. And I was just so over it. After the first Ultima, I was just hoping they could concede and I could call the video, and then they didn't. And I was like, all right, well, I guess we're going to grind it out. And I'm just being honest, like straight up. I feel like if I'm not being honest, like, what are we even doing here? But yeah, I definitely didn't play it that well. But I also didn't expect to play for 3 hours straight. Like, I wasn't like ready for that. And especially because it's 1 in the morning now. I worked a full-time shift today, and now it's 1 in the morning. Either way, is control good? Yes. Soul Guide Lantern fine? Yes, because it's not dead against anything. But in best of one, probably just put in the rest in pieces. I think just being able to be like, all right, we're just neither of us are ever using our graveyard is fine. And rest in peace weirdly helps you in the control matchup because then they can't, or the graveyard matchup, and even against Jeskai control because then they can't use Shiko at all and you kind of shut that card off. Where Soul Guide Lantern, the reason they play it in best of 3 is so you can pop it, and if it's a dead card in the matchup, you just cycle it as a draw. For us, just be more aggressive in best of 1, play rest in peace, and just don't even worry about it. Other than that, the deck list felt fine, other than the scatter, and that's just kind of because I kept playing against control. It just did nothing forever until it randomly countered Ibiza on turn, like, I don't know, 25. It felt like and I had it for 15 turns. It was a weird day. It definitely, in best of 1, should probably just be another 3 steps ahead, or maybe a 3 mana board wipe, like a split up or something, or maybe another Day of Judgment. It's a bit hard to tell. Or if you look in the side, even Negate would have probably been a little bit better. Maybe a Tidebinder would have felt fine. Maybe a second Biza, but I don't know if I really agree with like Biza being that strong in best of 1 because it's just a bit weird. It feels a bit slow against the kind of aggro decks. You always feel like you want to be wiping the board instead, and then you're never really drawing a card off this. You might gain a little bit of life, but it's not really going to be doing all too much in terms of even making 1/1s because, again, you're just going to want to prioritize board wiping than like playing a Biza and stalling for a turn. But it was cool. Hopefully everybody who watched this just decided to let me have like a really bad day and won't say anything about it at all. So that's sick. I'll catch you all in the next one. Thanks for watching and goodbye.